Hello, Year 5 and 6. Welcome to Friday's tutorial. It's a relatively quick one today. It sort of builds on what we looked at on, when would it have been? Would have probably been Tuesday's tutorial, thinking about it, because Wednesday was your reading aloud day. We looked at the inference we could get from a picture on Tuesday, and today we're looking at answering of inference questions. So that is our WALT for today. If you haven't already read the piece of writing that I wrote, it was on yesterday's tutorial. So I think as long as you've been following the tutorials in order, you will have already read this. But if you haven't, just pause the screen now, read the left-hand side. I'll move my picture out the way so you can then read the right-hand side and just make sure you've read through that. So if you can do that for me now, if you haven't already. Okay. Now, I did say it was going to be quite a quick video, this one. We've spoke about inference quite a lot, and so you are now all fairly confident and understanding of what inference is. Inference is the information you can get from a text, even when it isn't said to you explicitly. So it's often to do with how a character feels, why a character is acting the way they are. It's those W's really. So what can we find out about the character? Why are they acting the way they are? Why has the author done that? It's often that why sort of questions. So you've got 4 questions to have a go at, all to do with that text, and you need to find the evidence for them. So question 1, I'd like you to think, how does Callum feel about being in lockdown? And I'd like you to give some evidence from the text. So you'll need to go back on the video to pause on the text and then have a look for your answers. That one would be a 2-mark question. So a reminder that in your reading papers or whenever you're doing a reading comprehension test, it will tell you how many marks they're worth. If something's worth more than 1 mark, that tends to mean it requires some evidence. So for a 2-mark question, you probably require 1 piece of evidence from the text. So it wants your opinion backed up by 1 piece of evidence. And as you can see, question 2, Callum doesn't get on very well with Mr. Conk. Do you agree with this statement? Give evidence, support your answer. That's a 2-mark question as well. So again, it will want your opinion supported by evidence from the text. That might be a direct quote from the text. You might just use certain words from the text, but you need to be giving evidence straight from the text. Question 3 and 4 are both worth 3 marks. So they will be requiring your opinion and at least 2 bits of evidence. So Callum is feeling trapped in his house. Find as much evidence to support this statement as you can. So you need to be reading through the text. You need to be looking for any evidence that Callum is bored of being trapped in the house or being fed up of trapped in that house. Remember, it won't say exactly that. It won't say Callum is feeling trapped in his house, because that would be a literal retrieval question. You need to read between the lines a little bit. You need to think, what am I told that would suggest Callum feels trapped? Same with the last one. How is Callum feeling at the end of the text? Support your answer with evidence. So at the end of the text, by the end of the text, how is Callum feeling? You'll have read a lot by that stage. How do you think he's feeling? If you think it, you will think it for a reason. So if you think he's really happy, you won't just have thought that out of nowhere. You will have thought that because of things that have been said. And your job with inference is to just actually find what has been said that's made you think that. It might mention that he's smiling somewhere. That would be evidence that he's happy. It might mention that he's enjoying some of the things he's doing. That could be evidence that he's happy. I am obviously saying that he's happy because that's not the right answer, and I don't want to give you the answer. But have a real think about these, and if you can send them over to me, that would be brilliant. If you haven't seen it already, I will have sent out the answers for Monday's literal retrieval questions with the email I send out on Friday with the links to this, with the Friday newsletter. So you will have had the answers given to you for Monday's reading comprehension. I will, on Monday next week, I will give the answers. In fact, no, I'll change my mind. I will respond to you via email. So if you send me your answers for these inference questions, I'll respond via email, because I think some of them will require slightly more personalized answers and feedback. So send me your answers through for the inference questions, these 4 questions, and I will respond to you via email. Just make sure you either put the number or you write out the question so I know which one you're answering. Okay, hope that makes sense. Any questions, email me and I'll try and help you. But that is it for this week. Have a lovely weekend. Hope the sun comes back out. I'm looking out my window at the moment. It's a little bit grey, but I am recording this video earlier than Friday. So hopefully by Friday, the sun will have come back out and we'll be able to have a lovely warm weekend. See you all again soon. But for now, goodbye.